Welcome to Entertainment Unplugged. I am your host, Danielle Wickfall, here with the lovely Gavin Turek. And if you don't know, she's a triple threat, just absolutely amazing vocalist, amazing dancer, lights up the stage. Being that you're a triple threat, you sing, you dance, you act, you do it all. You know, when someone comes to see your show and your performance, what's 5 words that you would use to describe the experience?
Yeah, that's really difficult. 5 words. I would say vivacious, interactive, for sure.
Awesome.
I love to engage my audience anyway. I demand their attention. I demand that they dance. Demand that they
Amazing.
sing. I'm very sassy on stage. Free. I love to just be as free as possible in my own body and my own skin. So I wear very, comfortable performance clothes just because I want to be as free as possible. So, and not get in my head too much. So I would say free. It's very soulful, and not maybe in more of a stylistic way. It's just more of like it's from my soul.
Yeah.
So it's very soulful and energetic. Like I'm an energizer bunny.
You are. You are.
I do not stop moving. I literally cannot sit still. It's like my ADD kicks in on overdrive when I'm on stage. I'm just moving all the time.
Yeah.
So energetic and
I think those are great words to describe you. And even sometimes you're so free, you don't have shoes on. And you just go like nonstop, beginning to the end. You're going, you're shaking, you're moving, costume flying.
Everywhere. My hair is all over the place.
I love it.
My lipstick smudged off. Oh, my last show, I rarely wear fake eyelashes on stage because of this fact, but it's a special show, special occasion. I really wanted to put those fake eyelashes on, and they were gone. I walked off stage, and I was like, oh, these are both like huge eyelashes just gone. Did they fly off and hit someone in the eye?
Wow.
Probably, but
Wow.
I thought that was pretty entertaining for me.
Your
I
shows
hope I didn't
are
hit anybody.
amazing.
Thank
Amazing
you.
to watch you just go. And your music's so good.
Thank
So
you.
good. So soulful. I love your new song too.
Really?
Yes.
Good.
It's amazing.
Thank
Pride.
you. Yeah.
I love that song. And the music video is great. It's
Yay.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. It was a very fun producer who I worked with. I'm obsessed with him. He's an artist as well, Mystery Skulls. And he's local, LA, musician, producer, artist. And then the director for the music video, awesome local guy as well, Brandon Riley Miller. He's really talented. And
Nice.
yeah, so hopefully I work with both of them again.
Yes. It was so good. So how did you get involved in the arts and performing? And take us back to that journey.
Take us back to way back when. I come from a very musical family, very artistic family. My mom is an incredible singer. She's primarily an actress now, and my dad plays the piano and sings, but he's primarily a software consultant. So, and my sisters sing, so we just grew up in a very musical household, and my parents are such supporters of the arts, of all aspects of performing arts.
Nice.
Yeah. Visual arts even too. I remember going to galleries all the time as a kid. Just, there's an art opening. We gotta go. The whole family's going.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Alvin Ailey's in town. Let's go watch Alvin Ailey. So it was always, Gavin, you need to be in piano. You need to be in dance class. You need to take voice lessons when you can. You need to take acting lessons when you can. Just very supportive in that way. And so it was very natural. I guess the first inclination towards music and singing specifically was just by nature of watching my mother. She used to rehearse for hours on in this little room that we had. That was her rehearsal space / our guest room, and she had a whole setup. She had a microphone and like this really old school like amp and like tape deck system that was just very elaborate.
Yeah.
And she would practice all the time, and she sang just gospel songs. She would practice because she sang at a coffee house every Sunday for like 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
And so she would practice all these songs, and I think I was maybe 4 years old when I remember just thinking, like, I really need to do this. I think I can do exactly what she's doing. Like, I need to just take the microphone and sing one of the songs. Like, I've been listening enough.
Yeah.
I think I know what I'm doing
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And so I remember just being like, as a little kid, and my mom was really surprised that I was watching so intently and listening so intently that I knew, like, this whole song. But anyways, so that's where it kind of started. My love for it, of course, grew and grew over time.
So you're writing songs and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Starting at 6?
Yeah. Well, I grew up in church, so it was always natural for me to sing gospel songs, like with my family and stuff. And then, the first song I wrote, it was just about Jesus.
Oh, awesome.
It's really
so cute.
It was really
So cute.
But I remember teaching it to my parents, teaching it to my sisters, and we made harmony parts for it. Like, they were really encouraging from the get-go. But then I seriously started writing songs, I guess. Like, that was very infantile stages. And then of course I wrote with my sister a ton, recorded those on tape deck and everything, very serious about it.
Yeah.
And then I guess when I was 15, the first song, that was the first song that I wrote that was recorded, like, professionally in the studio and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, before that was just tape decks.
Oh, wow. So you were in high school recording. And
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I just wanted to do it from such an early age.
Yeah.
So any way that I can, whether it was a singing group or a random friend of my mother's, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, can I come? Can I record? Like,
Yeah,
can I do
yeah.
this?
That's so great. Everyone's
Yeah.
so supportive and really
Very
into the
supportive.
arts, like your mom, your
Yeah,
dad, your
yeah.
sisters.
Everybody.
Every artist gets to a point where they have to make a decision to continue into their arts or go to college. Like, what's that big, what do you do? How do you manage that? So what did you do?
Well, I did choose to go to college, even though I was pursuing art when I was in high school. College wasn't a question whether I go or not go. My parents made it very clear to all of us that we are going to college. We are going to a 4-year university, if we like it or not. It was like, you're doing this, and if you don't, we're not supporting you. So it was a tough encouragement, but I'm so glad that they kind of enforced that in our lives, because it's just so important to have a perspective, just a worldly perspective, really. And college really gives you that opportunity to grow and to get to know yourself. I got to travel so much in college. I lived in India and Ghana. Like, when would you have the chance to live abroad, and really immerse yourself in different cultures? And then, of course, the classes that you're exposed to, just the information that you're exposed to. You don't get an opportunity to, get that kind of information
Right.
at such a developing point in your, just in your life. It's just such a special time. And then, of course, you have so much fun. And you party and you just do stupid things. And but you're in your early 20s, you're good. Like, anyways, college wasn't that long ago, but it was a great experimental, crazy, fun learning journey of a time. So, I had to go to college. I'm so glad I did. And then I just took that time also, even though I was still wanting to do music, and I was still writing songs and really just creating on my own laptop. Like, that was my time to just create for my own experimental lot. And then I just wanted to learn as much as I could about myself, and then about, potential other fields, other careers, and then make the decision after college, really, whether I wanted to go full throttle with music or if I wanted to pursue another degree. I was thinking about law school for a long time, so I kept the cards, on the table for a lot of different options for myself. And then, once it got down to that final semester, I was like, okay, Dad, what the heck am I going to do?
Yeah.
Like, should I apply for all these crazy jobs? Should I do internships? Should I, do a sales position that's a bit more flexible? Should I go to Starbucks? Like, what? And I ultimately ended up getting in the service industry because I chose music and I needed to, supplement my income in some way. And yeah, it's been crazy.
Yeah,
it's been crazy. It's very vulnerable, and especially after going to such a prestigious 4-year university.
Scripps College.
Yeah, Scripps College. It was, everyone pursues these grand opportunities, and I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna get a job at a cafe.
Yeah.
Because I want to do music.
Yeah, because you want to live your dreams.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was a very vulnerable position that I put myself in, but I don't regret it. I think it was the right choice. So, yeah.
Awesome. After graduating college, were there any crazy situations that happened just starting off? And
Definitely. Yeah, I'm just laughing at myself now because I could think of about a billion crazy situations. So I guess just to generalize it a bit more, so I won't get into nitty-gritty details.
Yeah.
Being in LA and being a young woman and being in the music industry is inherently insane. And you are going to just run into crazy people, crazy situations all the time. That's inevitable. But you can either be smart and have discernment, or you can either just be stupid and not follow your instincts, not follow your gut, and get yourself into a lot of trouble potentially.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, being young and just being hungry, you meet people all the time, and I'm the type of person, I'm not very shy, so I'll put myself out there in a lot of ways if I, come across someone that's in the music industry, or maybe is a, producer, or just someone that's influential in some way that can potentially help me along. It's just introducing yourself, and you just never know what the intentions of someone else are. And so you just gotta be really, really careful. I've gotten into a few sticky situations, and thank God, that I'm always prayed up and always just listening to that inner voice and just my instincts. And if I feel like this is not a good situation, I'll straight up leave. Make an excuse.
Good.
You go.
Good.
Never go to a studio late at night by yourself. Just basic stuff that, anyone would tell you. Young girls still do, unfortunately. I've plenty of friends that are singers that are songwriters that have put themselves into very sticky situations, and God, it's just
because on the one end, it's you want your dream, you want it so badly, you'll almost do anything.
Exactly.
So in that moment, I can see the confusion or the, well, maybe I'll, that's good, you stayed strong and true to who you are, and listen to your intuition, instinct.
Definitely. Yeah, exactly. If you listen to your intuition, you will just keep yourself safe, really, and keep yourself out of situations that may damage your reputation. Really, it can be something as little and innocent to you as going to a studio super late with someone that you don't know very well by yourself. That can get you in a bad situation. So it's just listening to your instincts and not being so desperate that you will compromise just basic values that you have. It's not a big deal. We don't have to be desperate.
So good.
You don't ever have to be too desperate to compromise yourself.
It's a lot of knowing your worth. It's
exactly
knowing your self-worth,
knowing your value. And just saying no. No, thank you. Thank you for the offer. Thank you for the help. But can we meet in the middle of the day? Can we get coffee? You don't have to go to their studio all the time.
Just, smart.
Just being smart about it. So I would give that advice. So I'm kind of flipping the question, giving advice.
That's awesome. I love it. What's one of the best decisions you've made in your career?
I guess it's a very simple one, but just to invest in myself. in a plethora of ways. I guess I started off, things really started picking up for me, I guess, when I decided to invest in myself with my money, with my time, just in my music. So that looks like saying no to going to a party and instead practicing, or investing that way. Choosing to take voice lessons and spend $100 on that rather than spend money on clothes. Like, just simple little decisions like that consistently is just, it pays off so much in the long run. And it's really an investment. Like, if you want to do music, if you want to be an actor, like, where do you spend your money? Where do you spend your time? Where do you invest the most of yourself? And if it's not in that, if it's not in your career, then you don't want to be doing that.
Yeah,
like,
you should be thinking of something else maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you have to be willing to sacrifice something if you really, really, really want to do this. If I really, really want to do music, which I do, I just have to consistently invest. It's consistently every single day.
Yes.
Like, what am I doing today that's going to be an investment for my future? Like, thinking long term, I think is really important. If you think I wanted a career that has longevity, you make totally different decisions rather than I just want right now to have like a certain kind of success that is tangible for me right now in the moment. Even if you may achieve that, it's just not the same. It's just not the same. You know, I don't know. I think if you talk to any successful artist, and if they're being really honest and candid with you, they would probably agree, you know, with that. Like, an artist that may have a short run that is very much in the spotlight, their 15 minutes of fame per se, you know, versus an artist that, you know, like Diana Ross, whose career has spanned decades and decades. Like, what did she do? What's the difference between those two artists? And I would bet that, you know, it's the level of investment, level of sacrifice that they're willing to make. Not sacrificing your values or anything like that. I'm
not to get that confused.
No, don't get that confused. Saying it's the little sacrifices that really make a difference in the long run, I think. And
and it sounds like prioritizing yourself too.
Absolutely. You have to get those priorities straight. And there's seasons for me right now. I'm kind of in an interesting place where I'm very focused on making money. So, like, just because I have to.
Yes, yeah.
I'm supporting myself financially, but with that sounds strange, but with that type of focus, my choices are just going to be a little bit different. Whereas maybe a few months ago, my work situation was different, so my focus was more on music. Like, just different times, you know, in your life calls for different focuses, but or more on, I guess, I don't know how to say it, but just as, you know, life changes. I'm not married, I don't have any kids, but when that does happen, my focus is going to be them first, and then, you know, everything else. So you just kind of adjust to what your needs are at the moment and what your life is requiring at the moment. And that's okay. Like, I think allowing yourself for those types of ebbs and flows is good, but even if you are in a season where you're like, I'm married and I have a kid, but I'm an actress and I really care about this and I'm really passionate about this and this is my career, investing in yourself for 15 minutes a day could be the biggest thing that you can do.
So good.
You know, and that counts. That's a big deal, and that's going to make a difference in the long run. I think.
I think that's so important that you said that too. Just looking at longevity of having a career and building a career versus the quick gig or the quick job.
Totally, yeah.
So important. I think that's really good.
Yeah,
really good. Because you will make different decisions versus, oh, do I take this big thing that might ruin my reputation, but it'll give me those 15 minutes of fame?
Totally.
Or versus maybe saying no to a job
Yeah,
because you don't want to ruin the career, the longevity that you want to have.
Mm-hmm.
Like you mentioned Diana Ross that she has.
Yeah.
And I've seen like Tracy Ellis Ross talks about in interviews how she never went a long time without seeing her mom. You know, like her mom was always there. She always knew she was like first priority as a daughter.
That's amazing.
And that's amazing. And Diana Ross's career was huge.
Oh, she's one of my biggest inspirations. I was telling someone, I'm like, if I could have a mentor.
Yes.
If anyone could be my mentor. Diana, like, I love you. But yeah, no, I completely agree.
Some people describe the music industry as the wild, wild west. Crazy things happen. You know, it's crazy, it's wild, it's tough, it's competitive.
Yeah.
What's something that keeps you going during like the hardest times or tough times?
Yeah, I guess just my love for what I do. If I did not absolutely love performing and love singing, I would never do that.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't. I would just do something that's much more stable, much more consistent. Just the pure love for it. I'm just so devoted to music. It's my everything. Like
awesome.
I love it. I'm very much just extremely passionate about making music, every aspect of it, from the writing process to the recording process to being on stage and interacting with people that have never heard of me before. Like, it's just a joy every single step, you know. And really that just drive and passion in me keeps me going. But I guess I would also say, like, what keeps me going even more is just the support that I have, the support system that I have. My family is so ridiculously supportive.
So amazing.
Like, if they were not, I can't even imagine what I would feel like. Or if I had a family that was somewhat supportive, but treated it more as a hobby than as a career, which a lot of, parents do. I don't know, that would be devastating for me. I don't think I would be as confident in my ability to succeed as I am if my parents just weren't supportive and weren't pushing me and rooting me on. They're at every show. Like,
so good.
My sister, she invests in me so much with her photography and with her filmmaking, and that's huge. That really keeps me going. And then as far as like when things just get totally nuts and I'm very insecure and I'm very doubtful, because I definitely have those days. Everybody has those days.
Yeah.
Even if you are the highest paid musician in the world, you have those days.
Yes.
That's so important to realize that. But it's just my faith, that God is good, that He's faithful, and that He will complete the work that He started in me. That alone, like, that keeps me going. So
amazing.
Yeah.
So good. No, seriously.
Yeah.
So being that you tour, you've performed at South by Southwest, you've performed all over.
Yeah.
What's that like? What's that
So
feeling
fun.
like? Is it crazy?
It's crazy. It's so much fun. The South by Southwest was especially nuts because we had 7 shows in 4 days.
Oh, wow.
So 2 shows a day. And I'm not talking about I'm singing in a chair. No,
right.
I'm cardio heavy, just insane shows, and I can't half-ass any show. Half-ass. But yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I can't do that. There's no bone in my body that says that's okay. So when you're going, giving your all, giving 1,000%, oh yeah, it's rough, and you have to find that balance. which I'm still discovering how to find that balance and how to sustain yourself, through 2 shows a day, or if you're on a month-long tour, like back to back to back to back shows. You can't drink. I can't drink when I'm performing a lot. Like I can't stay out late. You can't party. You just gotta keep your head focused, keep your head straight, and kind of say no a lot to
that has to be hard at festivals and stuff where it's like
you
afterwards.
You want to mingle, you want to hang out, you want to have fun, let loose. But no, I can at least. I know a lot of other people do, but you'll see it. You'll see it on stage.
Yeah, especially your show requires all of you.
Yeah. It's such a workout. I probably burn like over 1,000. Seriously.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great, but it's so much fun. It's a great bonding experience with my band, and love them, love those guys. So it's fun. It's a lot of hard work.
How did you put a band together? Like, how does that process
happen?
My
gosh, then that's a crazy process in itself. I'm very, very lucky that the first producer that ever kind of took me under his wing happened to be the person to put together my first show, my first band, and all the musicians were trusted friends of his. So those initial musicians stayed with me for a really long time, and now only one of those musicians is still with me, who's my drummer. And then I actually met my bass player and my guitar player at church.
Nice.
Because I play with them all the time, and I've known them for years, and they're just incredible people, very just men of integrity, very trustworthy, stand-up guys. And that's really important. You don't want to deal with just crazy people. If they're crazy in day-to-day life, like, it doesn't change when they're on the road. It doesn't change when they're now rehearsing with you. Like, they're gonna stay the same essentially. So I think that's really important.
Yeah, it's so good to look at that too. If they're crazy in their day-to-day life, then taking them on the road, they're not gonna change.
Insane. Yeah, they're not gonna change. They're not gonna change.
What's next for you?
Oh, that's such a good question. I have no idea. No, I'm just kidding. Right now I'm working in the studio a lot. I'm just writing a ton. I'm taking my time for sure, and I want to release an album ultimately. But yeah, I just kind of want to work up to that. So I'm really into releasing singles, and then I'll probably release an EP at the beginning of next year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
And
it's huge.
Yeah. I know, it's like a lot of work. But I'm really excited about that. And then just performing, being on the road, promoting that when I do release it. A lot of touring, hopefully in the spring. That's my plan.
Where can we find your music, your work, your performances? Where can we find you?
Yeah. Everything's online, obviously. I'm a digital girl, living in a digital world. No, my website is gavinturek.com. Very simple. GAVINTUREK. And Facebook is the same, Gavin Turek. Twitter, Instagram, all just Gavin Turek.
Awesome.
Yep. Hashtag Gavin Turek, @Gavin Turek. Go on my website for free download of a song called Pride. That's brand new.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Thank you.
The music video is so awesome. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, amazing. I love it. Thank you so much for joining the show.
You.
You're an amazing artist. Just a pleasure to see. If you haven't seen her, please go check her out at gavinturek.com.
Yeah.
She's amazing. This is Entertainment Unplugged. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and our podcast. For more interviews and inspiring things, please check us out at crenlo.com. Thanks for tuning in.